At the end of the day, I have no business being on the board if I cannot exercise my rights. I felt that I was left with no option.
A motion endorsing racial justice was rejected by McGill University's Board of Governors last month, forcing one member to resign, and some students to believe that to the university, racial justice is not a priority.
I take this very seriously and very much to heart. And when I wanted to join the board, I wanted to join the board to be able to achieve more for the McGill community and for the university.
Lotayef, who's been working at McGill University over 20 years and currently serves as its IT and Technical Services Manager, quit his position as a voting member of McGill University's Board of Governors in protest after the board's chairman refused to have the board hear a motion on racial justice he was presenting.
I went to the Secretary General, who prepares the agenda. I presented to her in due time a motion fully written in a professional way, and I also had a seconder for the motion, and I asked it to be placed on the agenda. The normal practice here is that it gets placed on the agenda. No back and forth, no debate.
But Lotayef says once the secretary saw that his motion, which had been signed by several McGill student associations, was asking to have the university acknowledge and take accountability for his namesake's, James McGill's, history as a slave owner, in light of the university's 200th anniversary, it was sent to the chairman, who refused to have it heard. In his motion, he also proposed a plaque be placed on McGill's statue at the school. The plaque would read in part, "We acknowledge the mistakes of the past and our historical relationship to colonialization and enslavement, and commit to being a place that celebrates and empowers diversity in everyday life, activities, and governance."
All the reasons I got from them was that it was ill-advised to present this statement at this, or this motion with the statement at this point in time.
McGill continues to document its failure to provide an adequate and a dignified educational environment and workplace to Black student and staff.
We wanted a commitment from the university that it will be committed to equity in each and every way it can within the McGill community and even beyond.
And so despite the fact that McGill has all the expertise to also oversee an adequate process for harassment and discrimination, it chooses not to do so. And it is one of the only, or one of the few Canadian universities that does not have an independent office to survey and to investigate claims of harassment and discrimination.
City News reached out to McGill University, but did not hear back in time for air.
I really cannot put myself in their shoes in why they were so adamant not to get this motion heard with this statement. Now, as we stand, so many people more than they would have know about the statement, and so I don't know how they were thinking or what they were hoping for.
In Montreal, Sacha Obas, City News.